Mister.
Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is lap guide for Fuji International Speedway short with the Subaru BRZ. Let's get it started. Brake before the 150 meter mark. For this turn, you're going to want to be very careful and try to make sure the car doesn't slide. So as you're going through the turn, you can then start to ease off on the brakes and slowly start to apply the throttle once you're about to get past the apex. Brake before you pass this orange marker on the right. So you're going to want to do some heavy braking here and then start to apply a little throttle as you go through the turn. Your car is going to slide just a very tiny bit, but it should be able to regain its grip almost immediately after. And you can then go off full throttle once you're about to hit the apex. Once you're about to pass the path that is on the right, you're going to want to do some throttle control. So you want to try to stay as inside as you can throughout the whole turn. And once you're halfway past the turn, you can then try to get yourself aligned to try to get as close to the apex as possible and then go off full throttle. Depending on when you do this, you'll either end up a bit on the outside or you'll stay on the inside. But either way, try to get yourself aligned up on the right side of the track almost immediately after, because then you'll need to brake before the 50 meter mark. So brake before the 50 meter mark, and as you're starting to turn, just slowly ease off the brakes. That way you won't trigger the car to slide. And once you hit the apex, you can then start to fully accelerate. Start to brake shortly after you pass the big Dunlop sign. You can also shortly brake after you hear the checkpoint sound. So this turn's a little weird as you have to go fast through this turn, but you want to try to get as deep inside into the apex as you can. But you want to also be careful because as you see here on the screen, I actually end up barely skirting it, but I end up hitting the bump, and you'll see shortly after I actually almost lose control. So you want to try to make sure you don't hit those bumps too much, especially with the inside tires, and you shouldn't slide that much. Start to brake before you pass the line that is on your left. So this turn goes inward, so the apex is going to be pretty late, so don't start to accelerate until your car is starting to vaguely point towards the next section of the track. As you pass the end of the curve that is on your left, gently apply the brakes. So by doing this should slow down the car just enough to let you guide it until you hit the apex, and then you can start to fully accelerate. The car might slide a little bit, but you should still be fine. As you go from the left side of the track to approach the turn, gently apply the brakes again. You should be able to brake enough to be able to get close to the apex, but don't get too close because you risk slowing down too much. And once you're starting to exit the turn, you can then start to fully accelerate. And that's all for the guide. So non-commentary version is coming up, but I'd like to say thank you as we approach 500 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. Never thought that we'd get there that fast. But anyways, this is Mr. MCA, the world's most okay player, and I'll see you in the next video.